Hi Flosstube, it's Bernie here from Hooking and Stitching. Today is Tuesday the 27th of April and I've just been reminded it's my cat's birthday. I forgot. So Bailey, if he puts in an appearance in a bit, which he might do, is 8. Bailey! He's heard me say his name, he's in the cat tree just over here. Bailey, happy birthday! He's 8 today. I can't believe he's 8 today. Where's that time gone? I remember when he was a tiny kitten. But yes, I say Tuesday the 27th of April 2021, and I'm here with my 6th Flosstube update. So if you're new here, this is a channel primarily about cross stitching. I also talk about crochet. I'm quite well known as a crocheter. I work under the name Little Grey Hook. I have Instagram, Facebook and an Etsy shop under the name Little Grey Hook. And I sometimes talk about diamond painting. I haven't got any to show this time because I haven't done any in the last couple of weeks. And I tell you all about what I'm cracking on with and what's happening in my life and where I'm at, what my plans are and things. So if you're new here and you like the sound of that, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by to see what I'm up to. And if you're a returning subscriber, again, I thank you so much. It's so nice to be part of this community. I really do appreciate every single one of you and all the lovely comments and the likes and things that I'm receiving. It's really nice to feel welcome. So I'm here. It's a bit of a dull day today. In fact, we're actually due some rain, which we haven't had since I last spoke to you, I think, which was 2 weeks ago. It's flown by. I don't know where that 2 weeks has gone. Although looking at what I've done, I haven't done too badly. But yeah, we're due some rain, which we desperately need because the grass in the horses field isn't growing. My plants I'm having to water in the garden because they're not getting the rainwater that they need. And yeah, just generally the ground is just so hard and dry and cracked. So a bit of rain today will actually be quite welcome. Although today I would usually go and ride Jack in the morning, but I sort of thought it's not that nice. Incidentally, talking of Jack, me and my daughter went to another show at the weekend just gone on Sunday. And we had another fantastic time, very successful. My daughter, bless her heart, she came 5th in the lead rein style and appearance class on our William, and then she went on to win the dressage on Willie as well. She did the lead rein dressage, first time she's ever done a dressage test, and she won it. So we're absolutely thrilled for her. She's totally over the moon. I'll pop some pictures in here of how we got on. And I didn't do too badly either. I came 1st in the ridden showing on Willie, and then I came 2nd in the adult dressage on Willie and 4th on Jack in the dressage as well. So I didn't have to leave the ground this week. I didn't do any jumping. I didn't go running over any jumps or anything like that. We just did all the nice flat stuff, and yeah, we were really successful. I even went on to do the ridden championship on Willie. Fortunately, it didn't get placed in that. It was given to 2 super kids on lead rein ponies that they were excellent. So couldn't take anything away from them. I was just so happy to be involved and so grateful to Jan and Bev, my friends who have Willie and Jack, and that drove us to the show and let us ride, and we're so grateful. Other things in sort of a life update, we're having a few problems with my son at the moment. It's causing a little bit of stress in the house. He's undergoing an autism assessment at the moment. I'm not overly familiar with autism. It's never sort of occurred in my family. So it's a massive learning curve for me and my husband to figure out how to approach things with him and how to help him overcome his own anxieties and things. So I've joined a couple of the local charities, and I've got his school totally on board there. I can't thank his school enough. They've really stepped up to help us. They've been designing him sort of visual timetables and things to help him get ready in the morning, and they're there for me. And I sort of sent a couple of emails last week just sort of explaining what had been happening at home and you know, why Blake might not be in the best of moods when he turns up at school, because there's a lot of arguments go off in the house, especially first thing in the morning. But yeah, everything's looking positive. He's got a doctor on board who's doing all his assessments, and it's got school, and there's going to be an assessor come in and see him at school as well, and just to do his speech and language therapist is coming to see him, just to observe him and to figure out what it is that's making him tick. But it is causing a bit of stress and angst in the house. Yeah. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. just telling you what's happening in my life. I've got 2 cats in the room with me today. I don't know if either of them are going to put an appearance on camera. We shall see. But anyway, you came here to see some cross stitch progress, so let's talk about that. So I have my little book here with everything that I've done. When I spoke to you last time, I'd done 1 day's work on Unicorn Spring, which is a Heaven and Earth Designs piece by David Penfound. Oh, I can never say this right. Penfound, it is right, I got it right. So that's this one. I'm doing the mini version, which is still not small, still a big one. And this is my 21 and 21 piece for full coverage fanatics, which, as I've explained before, I mentioned, I think the last 2 videos, that I needed to see where I was at with the 21 and 21, because mine's 10 stitch, so I'm having to do 42 and 21, and I had to look back at where it was at the beginning of the year, and I'll pop in a picture here of my starting photo. And as you can see, I've done sort of 1 full page and I think the first 2 rows of the next page. So I think I worked out that was about 12,000 stitches. So that's where I'm starting from, about 12,000 stitches. And I can tell you, after I worked on it for a few days in the week, and then I worked on it for the Full Coverage Fanatics Weekend Challenge as well, I'm now at 24,646. So I've done about 12,000 stitches out of 42, so I've still got 30,000 stitches left to put in it this year. So I am a bit behind, and Mania's not going to help because I'm not really planning on doing much work on it in the month of May, because I'm focusing on my Mania bits. So I'm going to have to pull it out more often, I think. But anyway, let's have a look at it, shall we? So I'll make sure that there's a picture in of what it looked like last time for you to compare. And here it is now. So you can see this, because I worked on it for the confetti weekend, I've put in an awful lot of confetti over on this side here. All those greens have gone in. There are some other filling colours as well, but I did put an awful lot of green in there. And it's really coming along, you know, you can really see the picture taking shape now. And yeah, working my way through all that confetti. It is really confetti heavy, this piece, which is why Pattern Keeper's such a godsend. But I didn't write down exactly. I wrote how many stitches each day I did. So the last time I saw you, I'd spent 1 day stitching on it and had 266 stitches on that day. And the next day, the day I actually filmed, I did 209. I didn't work on it at all on the Thursday. On the Friday, I did 470. The Saturday was 186, so I'm usually busy at the weekend anyway. And the Sunday, I put 363. So it went from 25% exactly, to 26.61%. So it's getting there, it's cracking on. But yeah, I do need to really start focusing on this if I'm going to hit that goal for this year, for Full Coverage Fanatics. I mean, if I don't hit it, it's not the end of the world, it's just a cross-stitch piece, right? But it would be nice to see that much progress. So yeah, I need to bring it out a bit more often. So if you don't see it coming out, can you remind me in the comments? Where's Unicorn Spring? Crack on. So that's that one. So the next piece that came up when I spun the wheel of Tiny Decisions was Mini Mermaid at Sunset. which is another full coverage piece by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Elena Lazareva, if I'm saying that right. That's this piece here, the beautiful mermaid sitting on the rock in the sunset. And again, this is the mini. Oh, again, I'm doing it again. Unicorn Spring, 28 count fabric, 2/1/10. This one I'm doing on 25 count fabric, 1/1 full crosses. So I'll make sure there's a picture in of where it was last time you guys saw it. And just move the needle minder. Here it is now. So you can see I was filling in background. I said that I was going to because I concentrated on the mermaid last time. So I said I'd work on some background. So I put in a fair bit. I went from 41.14% to 42.23%. 3 days. 441 stitches on the first day. 316 stitches on the second day and 111 stitches on the third day. So I put in a fair few, and this one's steadily growing as well. I'm looking forward to sort of filling in that gap now at the front of her torso. That needs, yeah, that needs filling in definitely. But it's coming along nicely. It is a really pretty piece. Still absolutely love it. Love the coverage. 1/1 on 25 count is beautiful, and it's not too thick on the back, which is nice. Needle minder there was, it's on Etsy, I can't remember what the seller was called. If you just search mermaid needle minder, there's loads of things come up like that. It's a pretty one. Perfect for mermaids. So that's that piece. Another mouthful. Throat feels dry today. I'm trying not to talk too fast, but I am aware I don't know how much time I've got. I've got a plasterer coming at some point today to fill in some holes in the ceiling where we moved some lights, and I don't know what time he's coming, so I could end up pausing at some point. So I think he's not coming till this afternoon, but we'll see. Because it's only 10:30 in the morning at the moment. Right, so what did I work on next? Patchwork Cats by Jardin Privé. That's this one here. So this one I'm doing a bit of a colour conversion on, because I wasn't so keen on the oranges and the dark reds. And I've also changed the border so it's not dark green all the way around. I've also put in an over-dyed for the cats themselves and changed the brownie colour for a grey, because this is going to go in my bedroom when we decorate. I'm doing this on a 32 count opalescent Murano in white. I think it's called Snow actually. And I'll pop in a picture of where it was before, and here it is now. So you can see I finished the cat at the top on the branch. I extended the border along a little bit. And then I put that heart in and the cat on the little cat tree and the little motif that's underneath the heart. And this was over the course of, it was 3 days, but that did include the whole weekend where I spent the whole weekend at the yard. So it didn't get quite as much love as I would have liked it to. But it's coming along nicely. I'm loving the colour combinations now on this one. When it's finished, I'll see if anybody's interested, I'll put up what colours I used. I only switched out a few of them, and let you know what those are, but that's coming along nicely. That's just on the top half. It does carry on a bit further down. But yeah, really pleased with how that's working out. And I do enjoy working on it. The only thing is the fabric is quite hard to see the holes, so I can't do it if I'm a bit tired, which I was all weekend. Okay, so just one more whip to show you, I think, and that was High Hopes by Just Now. This was my new start last time I saw you. and because I'd had the dilemma about what fabric to do it on, and eventually I came to the conclusion to do it on 28 count mushroom Lugana, which is because the call for fabric is a raw casual linen, but I decided to go for the Lugana because I prefer even weave to linen. And last time I saw you, I hadn't quite got all the colours, but the postman's just delivered them this morning, so I've got that to show you in haul. I've got some colours delivered now, which is great. But I did work on this last night, so I have a bit of progress, and I will be working on this for how many more days? Just today, and then I'm switching out. So it's still on the Q-snap at the moment. Just put something behind it. But here it is now. So you can see I've put in that bee. Now that this is a strange one. On the pattern it calls that a bee skep, but I've never heard that term before. I'm assuming it's an American term. We call it a beehive. But yeah, the pattern refers to it as bee skep. So if you can let me know what a skep is it just that it's a beehive in a different terminology? And then yeah, put the blue bit that's underneath it, started filling in some of flowers as well. But yeah, now that my my floss has arrived today, I think I will finish the birds at the top and then start completing the top and start working my way down. Yeah, because I've got all the colours for it now, which is nice. I do absolutely love this piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's only little as well. It only comes down to about here in a square shape. But yeah, it's just such a cute little design. So that sort of segues me into haul, because as I say, I had to order some floss for that one. So I put in an order with Lakeside Needlecraft Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday night, and it's arrived today, which is absolutely brilliant. Massive thanks to Kate, who runs Lakeside, for getting that here so quickly. I was like, I wonder if it'll come by Tuesday before I film Flosstube, because I didn't want to use the floss until I'd showed it you. Yeah, that's like the rule, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, it's just arrived. So not all of these are for that particular piece. But yeah, I've got some DMCs. So I've got 3753, 522, 758, 902, 3726, 3836, 676, and then I needed 550 for something else. I know what that is, yes, I need to tell you about that. But yeah, I know, so I was running low on 550. But yeah, these are got a really scruffy piece of, it's actually an invoice here that I can put them against, so you can see them all. But yeah, some pretty colours in there. So that's got all the colours I need for Just Nan and some other bits as well. Speaking of other things that I got in haul, I also got a Gentle Arts called Mountain Mist, which is I'll be getting quite the right tone there. It's a slightly brighter green. This is the DMC equivalent, is actually the 522, I found out. And I think, yeah, there's a pattern I'm kitting it up, and I needed this anyway, but I decided to go with the overdyed because I thought it looked quite pretty. And it's nice to build up a stash of overdyeds now and again. And while I was shopping with Kate at Lakeside, I bought some more fabric. This is just 28 count Whisper Grey Lugana. And that sort of takes us forward into plans as well, to show you, because this has got a purpose. So yeah, my plans, obviously we haven't got long now until May starts. When does May starts on Saturday? Yikes. Saturday's May the 1st. I didn't realise that. I thought it was sometime next week. Okay, so Saturday's when I start Mania. And as I explained before, for Mania, I'm doing Brooks Books Advent Animals. I explained it all in my last video. But yeah, my plan is to get all of these started. So I'm going to work on the borders for each of them to start with. These are some of the ones I've already got finished. And then once I get to day number 8, the 8th of May, which will be the following Saturday, I suppose, I'm going to then work on number 8, which is Pearly Pig, and get her finished. And then number 9 is the one I've just showed you, the kangaroo. I need to print the rest of these out. I can't remember what number 10 is. But yeah, I need to get all of these printed out this week. But my idea is that I'm going to start on the 9th. I'll start number 9. Hopefully I'll have already done the border, because that's when I'm planning doing the first week, to try and get all the borders done. And then number 10 on the 10th, number 11 on the... And until we get all the way through to 25. So on the 25th of May I'll start number 25, which I think is the reindeer. And then on the 26th I plan on going back and finishing the ones that I've started. You know, just pull out hopefully number 8 might be done, but hopefully then pull out number 9 on the 26th and work on it till it's done, and then carry that on for the rest of the month. That's the plan. But that's part of the reason that I've just picked up that Whisper Grey Lugana, because this, I've done them all on either 28 count or 14 count. So this is 14 count grey, this is 28 count sage even weave, so that they're all the same size. I was using this big piece of light blue Ada, which I don't mind too much, but I did comment that the snow doesn't really show up on this colour. Borders show up lovely and the characters do, but not so much the snow, as you can see like at the bottom there. And that doesn't show up so well, so I was sort of figuring out what colour can I do it on. And that's why I picked up the grey, because it shows up nicely on this grey Ada. So that's what that's for. And then a little bit more haul. You can see on my borders are this like rainbow, which is a gorgeous silk that I picked up at the Knitting and Stitching Show a few years ago, from a company called, well, it's a lady called Steph Francis, and she's here in the UK. And I ordered some more because I knew I probably won't. How much have I got left? That's my bobbin. I've still got a fair bit actually, because I'm only using one length, but I don't know if I've got enough there to do 20. Well, I've got to start number 9. So 16 to start, 16 more borders to do. I don't know if there's enough there, so I ordered some more. This is the one I'm using. This is Fine Silk number 41. How gorgeous is that? This is why I picked this up when I was at the Knitting and Stitching Show, because I just looked at that and went, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's pretty, so I'm having it. So I've got another skein of that to finish all those borders, which I should have plenty of. And then, just because it can't travel alone, although I've got to watch my budget at the moment, I did pick up another skein which I thought looked pretty and a little bit Christmassy as well, just in case I did need something else that's a bit Christmassy. And I picked up this one, which is number 46. And oh, just how pretty is that? Look at the greens. I'm actually really quite drawn to greens, and I didn't think green was my colour, but I do find myself quite into them. I've got greens and purples and turquoise and reds. Well, I say red, it's a dark pink, but yeah. So I picked those up from Steph Francis. Only £3 something a skein, and then plus postage. But yeah, they came ever so fast as well. I ordered them last week. They turned up Friday, I think. And I was a bit like, well, what's that? There's a parcel for me. And it was these. I'd forgotten I'd ordered them. So that's all my haul. That's what I bought. So yeah, the flossers, the fabric, and the silk. So where do we go from here? So yeah, so I'm working on High Hopes tonight. That's my stitching plan for tonight. And then I've got 3 days, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday until Saturday when I move on to do Advent Animals. So I popped another whip in there. And well, I actually spun the Tiny Decisions out. I had an idea of what I wanted to work on. I bet this tea's gone cold now. Yeah, it's at that point where I don't want to drink it. So yeah, I spun the Tiny Decision and it did pick what I wanted it to pick, which was something you've not seen for a couple of weeks. My darling. By Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Irena Garmashova. This one, as you know, is my biggest full coverage, my oldest full coverage, and the one that I've got the most done on. I think I'm approaching the 75% mark. I don't think I'll hit 75%, but I'll pop in a picture. Well, no, I'll pop in a picture. This is what it looks like at the moment. So it's on the scroll frame. Now, I get a lot of questions about this scroll frame. This is by the Omnique factory, and it's a quantum frame. I believe this one is 80 by 15. I think that's what I ordered. I've had it a couple of years now. I got it not long after we got married, and it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. And you can see I've got the Lowry adapter for it. This, my Lowry sits here. This is actually where I stitch. I don't know if you can see that. There's my Lowry, swings around there, and this does attach to it beautifully, so I can sit on the sofa in front of the TV and stitch away. But I'm working down here at the moment in that section there, moving my way across to the chin of the cat. There's a row of pages to do down at the bottom here, and then a row of partials, and then it's done. Absolute labour of love. Been working on it 3 years in May. Yeah, it'll be 3 years old in May. It's another birthday to celebrate. But yeah, that's what I'm going to work on for the next sort of 3 days. Put some stitches in on that. This is on 18 count easy count fabric, and I'm doing it 2/1 full crosses because it was my first Heaven and Earth Designs. I was petrified of the idea of doing 25 count. I'd only worked on 14 count Ada at this point, so going up to 18 count Ada was a bit like ooh. But yeah, so she's a big girl. She's going to be massive. She's going to come in the living room when she's framed. Can't wait. Yes, that's that. So the only other thing I've got to mention is I bought some flossers to kit up with. One of the projects I've been kitting up is Quilting Bee by that's the back. Is it? Yes, by the Blue Flower. That one. Quilting Bee. I got this a few weeks ago and I didn't have any fabric to put it on, so I haven't started it yet, but I figured it would look okay on the remaining piece of mushroom Lugana that I haven't used for High Hopes because High Hopes isn't huge, so it'll fit nicely on this. And I was missing a couple of colours. No, one colour, just one colour. That was that Mountain Mist. Ah, that's where that goes. So if I put this against here, you can see those are the colours that I'm using for this one. So I'm using the DMCs mostly because I had them and I thought they looked okay against the fabric, and then I went for Mountain Mist because in the picture it does look very variegated. Mountain Mist is used in the wings and I didn't want to miss out on that variegation, so I bought Mountain Mist. Although it looks like a blue there, it doesn't look like green. But that's the colour. I don't think it looks like that at all. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be lovely anyway. Janine McGowan's a wonderful designer. So I don't know when I'm starting that because I'm not starting it before May and I'm not starting it in May. But that's now kitted up, ready to go. And then I mentioned that I had to buy some more 550 because I was planning on something else. Now this is a when I was trying to figure out what fabric to do High Hopes on, I bought a piece of green 32 count linen. Yeah, I think it is linen. And I'm not a person that has a stash of fabric. I've realised this. I was watching Michelle Bender yesterday about how she's been watching Steel City Stitches, how they're organising their fabric stash, and it looked amazing. She got this box with all these pieces of fabric wrapped around. She called them comic boards or something. I'm not sure what we have in the equivalent in the UK because I don't know what that is. But it looked great, and she got this massive stash of fabric, and I don't have a fabric stash. I buy fabric for patterns. So if I need fabric, I then buy it. I don't buy it just to sit in the drawer. I don't know whether it's a budget type thing. I haven't really got the money to just buy it for it to sit in a drawer. I buy it because I'm going to use it. But yeah, this piece of green fabric that I haven't used has been driving me crackers. And I mentioned in my last video that maybe a Nora Corbett fairy could go on it. And I've picked one. And now I haven't bought the pattern yet. So it's not readily available in the UK from what, because I think Love Crafts have got it. But I have a feeling I might be putting in an order from 123 Stitch. I'm probably getting the beads at the same time, and maybe a couple of Plum Street samplers that aren't readily available in the UK as well, so it's not travelling on its own. But that'll have to wait till next month if we've been paid again. But I'll pop in a picture here. I've gone for Snapdragon. I think those colours are absolutely gorgeous. The pinks and the purples, and I love the overall look of it. The only thing that's a shame is you're seeing her from the back, so there's no face, which is would be nice, but I like the piece too much. And I showed it my daughter and she thought it was wonderful, and of course she wants it in her bedroom, doesn't she? I don't know if it's going in her bedroom. I might put it somewhere else in the house when it's framed, but it will be framed because it's too pretty not to. And like I say, it's got beads on it as well. Not a huge amount. I was looking at the leaf collector. I'll pop a picture of this one here because I do like this one, but there's a hell of a lot in this. The accessories pack's massive for it, but it's something I might do one day. But yeah, I've settled on Snapdragon. I love the purples and things, and I'll really pop against that light green fabric. So that's something I'm going to treat myself to in a month or so's time. And that's why I had to get some more purple, because I've got virtually every colour, I think, except running out of this purple. So yeah, that's good. So I'm going to move on and do some crochet, and I can see I have a Darcy cat that's giving me the eyes. Are you coming up? Are you going to knock the camera? Hello? Are you coming up? You going to come and see your adoring public? There she is, look, she's going to go and cover up the camera. Oh, wee baby. So, here she is. Mummy's baby. Big girl, aren't you? You're in a good mood this morning, aren't you? You're purring. I can hear you purring. I can. It's your brother's birthday today. Yes, the cat that's having a birthday to the 8-year-old, he's her half-brother. So they have the same dad, but different mums. And it's your birthday next month, isn't it? She's 9 in May. Getting on a bit now, aren't you, my precious? Yeah, love you to bits, darling. So, I need to show you some crochet. You're going to sit there, are you? You're going to shake the camera and you're going to be in the way. This is the Darcy show. Look at that profile. Right, you're going to have to move. You can't sit there. Why don't you go up on the back? Right, yes, and crochet. Let's talk crochet. I showed you that I'd finished a blanket. Oh, there's fluff flying around now. I finished a blanket last time, and I'd started a cardigan, and I said I hope I would have that finished. And I got a couple of other blankets on the go. Well, I can tell you that I did finish the cardigan. There it is. It's not blocked yet. It needs, I'll be washing everything together and blocking. But how gorgeous is that? This is another Puff Perfection jacket by Kerry Jane Designs. And I decided to include a rainbow of colours in the jacket design. And I've added, I know it's for a little girl, so I've added some pink polka dot buttons. And that's the back of it. This is age 0 to 3 months. And I'm absolutely in love with it. And people went mad on my Instagram for this when they saw the pictures of it, because it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I am going to make some more of these just to sell in my shop, because I have a funny feeling people might quite like to buy those. But yeah, gorgeous little jacket. Love, love, love. I finished my Bavarian crochet blanket. So that's this beastie. How gorgeous is that? So this is the same colours, same rainbow as is in the cardigan. And yeah, just look at the texture in that. It's fine. This hasn't been blocked yet either. It just needs a hanging out. It needs, because everything's going to be washed together. I'll just chuck it all in at the same time. And there's the back. All my ends are sewn in. The back's flat, completely flat, which is lovely. So you can use it that way around as well if you want, but that's obviously the front. But yeah, absolutely stunning. I was right, one more run through the colours, one more repeat of the colours was wide enough. It's plenty big enough for a baby blanket, that is. And then last but not least, I've been working on my bright rainbow ripple, and that is this close to a finish. I did actually think about working on it before I started to film, but I needed to film to get out of the way before the plaster comes, so I can work on this when the plaster's here. But I've only got a bit of border left to do. So the yarn is still attached, but I've added a white border, and I've got sort of a scalloped edge. And yeah, I've just got to put, where am I? I'm there. And I've just got to go along that edge and along that edge to finish. So that's my bright rainbow. And then that is the order for America done. So if the lovely lady who's ordered these does happen to watch my videos, I've nearly finished. They're coming out to you soon. And then I've got 2 more blankets on order that I need to work on. My friend who had the blue and white cozy stripe blanket wants another one. So I've got to make another one for her. And then I've got another friend who's asked for a pink, grey and white ripple that she had off me a few years ago. She wants another one of those. So plenty of crochet to be cracking on with, plenty of cross stitch to be cracking on with. Really busy, which is good. Busy is good. Lots to do, especially when the weather's like this and going horse riding isn't really an option. I've still got to go and do the horses tonight, and I'm probably going to get wet. I've got to take the children with me because my husband's going to the pub for the first time since lockdown ended. He's got a friend who's leaving work, so they're going for a socially distanced drink later. Yeah, I've got to take him to the pub and pick him up and do the horses and do dinner. It's a good job it's my day off, isn't it? So I think that's everything. So next time I see you, the plan is probably Tuesday the 4th of May. So that probably won't be a hell of a lot to show you, other than the work on my darling and some of the borders for Advent Animals and whatever else I can get done. You know, I might try and bring out Unicorn Spring a few times. If I pop it on the Q-snap and leave it there ready, if I've got half an hour spare, you know, where I can put in a length of floss, then all the better. But yeah, then we'll crack on with Mania. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments. I do try and answer all the comments. If you like what I'm doing here, please give me a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I'm posting. If you come just for the cats, I'll try and make sure she's here more often. Bailey! Bailey! I really want to show you Bailey because it's his birthday today. He's the only one who's not been on camera. Bailey! He's asleep. Maybe another time. Maybe he'll come and join us another time. It's his birthday. He's entitled to have a sleep, isn't he? Hey, what do you think? So I think we should have a hashtag for the cats of Flosstube. I was absolutely in awe of Emily C's Buster and he was all over her latest video. And Nicole's needlework, she has, is it ginger that's not actually ginger, have I got that right? Lovely cats there. Yeah. And then with the late Cinnamon from Sarah at Stitching Mummy, she can definitely have a place in Cats of Flosstube. So that's that. I better get going. It's now nearly 11 o'clock. This video is plenty long enough. I won't be able to do the editing until later this evening, so you're probably seeing this Tuesday or Wednesday morning if you're seeing it as soon as it's been posted. But with that, wish everybody a happy couple of weeks. I hope everybody's okay. Stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you guys. Bye.